What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Kevo Bands Hoops podcast, man. It's been a minute, it's been a second. Glad to be back today. I got a special guest. Man, been a supporter of the show. I appreciate this dude more than he knows. My guy right here. Pablo, man, introduce yourself to the people. Let people know where to find you and things like that.
I appreciate it, Kev. I appreciate it, man. I'm Pablo Cong, man. You can find me at Coach P Cong on Twitter or X. I write articles for the Ball Durham. I also write for the Medium. You can catch me on Instagram at Pablo Kong Scouting. I'm just everywhere, man. I'm a basketball dude. I appreciate you having me on, Kev, and I'm ready to rock, bro.
Yes, sir. With all that, he didn't even mention he's a die-hard Duke fan. And I hate to. Oh man,
I forgot to mention that. Uh,
man.
my
Die hard Duke fan right here. Y'all know me. Y'all know I respect Duke. I don't like Duke, but we're gonna show Duke a lot of love today because I do respect, as I said, I respect what they've done. Coach K, especially, obviously, he's the root of it all, making it arguably the greatest program of all time. You can make the case for things like that. So, my first question for you today, my guy, is your earliest memories of Duke basketball. What was the team that like put you on to Duke? What was the play? Was it a player? Was it Coach K? Like, what was your earliest memories of Duke in your lifetime?
Man, earliest memories of Duke. I mean, that goes way back. So I started watching Duke probably when I was 5 years old. Man,
Hmm.
just that was like one of the first things that my dad sat me in front of the TV and I just started watching basketball. That was one of the teams that just stuck with me, man. Coach K, and just everything he did. And also my uncle, what I'm saying, he was in the military, and I know that Coach K was in the military, so my uncle would be like, "Yo, you need to follow this dude or whatever." And you like basketball, so that's what I did, man. And one of the first teams though that I like once I really got to the groove and started liking basketball, it was probably that Christian Leitner team that won the chip. That's when I like really, really, really was on basketball. Like I was on it already, but I think that's when I really started being like a die hard fan of Duke basketball.
Man, that's what's up right there. That was back then too. Shoot, you had what? Leitner, Bobby Hurley, Grant Hill going
Yes, sir.
crazy.
Grant Hill. Yeah, man. That was one of the all time teams, man. That was probably one of the best teams that ever, what I'm saying, that ever, was to play at Duke. Not even from a talent perspective, but just team wise, just total team. That was probably one of the best teams, man. Because now the talent level is a lot different, and recruiting is a lot different. So these guys get 5 stars. We get 5 stars all the time. It wasn't like that back in the day. So yeah.
So with that, is that your favorite Duke team of all time? Because y'all have had some elite ones, obviously. Y'all got hella championships, recently. Me personally, I ain't gonna lie, that 2017-18 team with Bagley, Trayvon Duval, Wendell Carter, Grayson Allen, I think that was my favorite team personally, if I
Yeah.
had to pick. But I did like the Tatum and Brandon Ingram teams. I know they were two separate teams, but that 17-18 team, I thought they should have been not way better than what they were because they lost in the Elite Eight, I think, to Kansas that year, but
Yeah.
that was a stacked team. So who would you say is your favorite Duke team of all time?
So my favorite Duke team of all time, surprisingly, is an older team. Um, so it was the teams like every team that Trajan Langdon was on. That was my
Hmm.
squad. You know what I'm saying? So, but my favorite team was probably the team where it was Trajan Langdon, Elton Brand. Um, they had Chris Carrawell. They had a bunch of dudes, man, on that team. Will Avery was on that team, and the thing about it too is um, with Trajan Langdon is that like he's my all-time favorite Duke player. And I don't think people really, what I'm saying, understand why or whatever. But when I was younger, I got a chance to meet him. My mentor was actually a baseball scout.
Hmm.
He scouted for the Yankees. Or was it the Padres? It was either the Yankees or the Padres. He was a baseball scout, and Trajan Langdon was drafted in baseball by the. It was either by the. I'm getting to the teams confused, but it was either the
Hmm.
Yankees or the Padres, and he brought him to my house. Got a chance to meet him and everything. I actually got the autograph Sports Illustrated cover that he was on. It's hanging in my son's room right now. So that's why
Yeah.
Trajan Langdon was my favorite player, man. And ever since then, I just been a Trajan Langdon fan, man. He had a good career at Duke, had a good pro career. Drafted, didn't last too long in the league because his knee, went overseas and played in Russia and was a legend over there. So I'm a big Trajan Langdon fan, man. I think all those teams with Trajan Langdon on them, those are my favorite teams, bro.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't you name your son after him too?
Yeah, my son is named after Trajan Langdon, man. Yeah, my
Hmm.
son's name is Trajan. That's how much of a fan that I truly was. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because I was probably 12 when I
Hmm.
met him or something like literally probably like 12 or 13 years old when I met him. And I always told myself, I was like, man, I'm gonna name my son Trajan. I'm gonna name my son Trajan. When I had my son at 25 years old, um, I named him Trajan, bro, and it just worked, man. So
Nah, that's what's up. And so we got to fast forward to current time because the season starts in literally less than 2 weeks, and I cannot wait. I know we play all this year. We'll talk about that a little bit in the
yeah,
Champion Classic, of course. But expectations for this upcoming year's team, right? Y'all got a lot of talent. It's year two of the John Shire era so far. Did a pretty good job in year one, in my opinion. But you bring back Jeremy Roach, you bring back Ryan Young, you bring back Tyrese Proctor, you bring back Kyle Filipowski, you bring back Mark Mitchell. You got a really good freshman class, TJ Power, I know. You got a whole bunch of guys in that freshman class. Caleb Foster's supposed to have big time minutes, Jared McCain. So talk to me about what you're expecting from this team and just what you think. Of course, I already know the ultimate goal is a championship, but just what are you expecting from this team as a whole? And what do you love about this team? And what do you think could hold this team back potentially?
yeah. So I mean, obviously, just like you stated, the ultimate goal is to win the chip. I mean, that's just period, point blank. I know those guys probably feel failures if they don't win the chip, and I think there's a lot of expectations on them to win the chip. But as far as like what I expect, you know what I mean, and what I think I could see from the team, I just came back from Countdown to Craziness. I was at Countdown to Craziness, and
Mm-hmm.
going to something like that, you can't really gauge on how good or bad a team will be. You know what I'm saying? Because it's more like a glorified scrimmage, and these guys ain't trying to
Yep.
kill each other, and they only playing so many minutes. So and it's really vanilla basketball, so they're not running plays or sets or anything. It's just kind of like pick and roll, isolation, street ball type of thing. Um, but as far as expectations and what I think that they can do, and what I see from them, I think that honestly, I think they're the best team in ACC. I think Miami's a close second. Uh, I think it's Duke's team or Duke's championship to lose for the ACC. Bringing back all those guys, bro. Like, you know, obviously they gonna put all kind of pressure on these guys. You know what I mean? Like just bringing back all these guys, two potential lottery picks, and Flip into Tyrese. So it's gonna be interesting to see what Coach Shire does with the team. They got a lot of pieces, man. They have a lot of pieces. They got a lot of firepower. Um,
Yep.
but what I want to see is I want to see what they do defensively, and I don't even mean like rim protection because I know that's been the theme, the common theme that people have been talking about. When we lost Derek Lively, is just rim protection. Who's going to protect the rim? Who's going to protect the rim? But my thing is that if your guards can lock up like they can, you don't really have to worry about rim protection too much. You know what I'm
Fact.
saying? Because it's like if you can if you keep your man in front of you and make it hard on the perimeter, it's gonna make it that much more easier for guys like Flip that's playing on the inside and shit. So I think we'll be straight, man. I think that we can definitely make a deep run, and we got the potential to win the championship. Obviously, we're playing some really tough games early. I think that'll help them out. I think if we can stay healthy and I know Shire wants to do some different things with the offense. He wants to play a lot faster. I think we played pretty fast last year, but the guys were young. You know what I'm saying? So we got all that experience coming back. Uh, it's gonna be interesting, man. Like I don't like to like make all these bold predictions and all that stuff, but being a fan, I try to take myself outside of being a fan sometimes, man, and just try to really think basketball. You know what I mean? And I think potentially, bro, like it's going to be a very, very, very telling, when we play against, Michigan State, the Arizonas, those good teams. It's going to be very telling to see how we want to play and how the season can go. But ultimately, if we gel and we do well and we get our freshmen on board, Caleb Foster and not Tyrese Proctor, Caleb Foster and Jared McCain, they can't do anything but help the team. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually writing a piece now about who's going to be the fifth starter. What do I see? Like, will it hurt or help Duke in certain not Jeremy Rush, but Caleb Foster into the starting lineup because he's such a such a good player, bro. And he has such command of the offense. You know what I'm saying? When he has the ball in his hands, but you put the ball in his hands, you're taking it out of Tyrese Proctor's hands.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like that dilemma you have there. You know what I'm saying? But if you sit him on the bench, you know what I'm saying? Then what do you get if you sit him on the bench? You know what I mean? What's the benefits? You know what I'm saying behind all that? So I think John Shire, he's got his work cut out for him, bro, and it's gonna be very interesting to see what he do, um, coaching wise, and what kind of schemes and stuff he runs. I'm excited. I am excited. I'm a little not nervous, but I'm just ready to see what happens. I'm definitely ready to see what happens, man. I got confidence in him. I think he's growing every day as a coach. And I think you'll see some different things. And I know, like when he match up against, teams that's known for defense, like Michigan State, it's funny that we're talking about this because I was just talking to my boy about this, and you being a Michigan State fan, uh,
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. But like that's gonna be a tough game, bro. Like that's gonna be a very very tough game because they match up so well. You know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And I think in some areas they might even have the advantage. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? To be honest with you, so it's gonna be interesting, man. I know I'm gonna be glued to the TV, and I know you will be too. So you know what I mean. And if we win, boy, am I gonna talk shit to you? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I expect nothing less. But that's the thing too, though, is I love playing y'all because I know it's a challenge, right? I like that's one thing I appreciate about Izzo is our scheduling
Yeah.
when it comes to just that non-conference schedule, especially like I don't know why a lot of coaches want to duck smoke because you should during that time you should want to play the best so you can really see where your team is at. You can set the barometer and then going into conference play how you stack up and where you could potentially end up at, right? And a
Mhm.
lot of coaches that are at big programs for some reason they just do not play them big time matchups like that. Even like Mark Few now. A lot of people talk about him. I understand it, whatever he's at Gonzaga, whatever, but his non-conference schedules the last few years have been pretty good. So I give him a lot of credit for that. But going back to our game, I can't wait again just because it feels like every time we play, it's a premier game, it's prime
Yeah.
time game, it's a show. It always goes down to the wire for the most part, and
Mhm.
it's just a battle from start to finish. So, with that thought, I want to ask you about the sophomores real quickly. So, out of the sophomores between Mark Mitchell, Kyle Filipowski, and Tyrese Proctor, which one you think takes the biggest step in their sophomore season?
Whew, man, I don't think I don't think Flip could take a bigger step. You know what I mean? He
Mm,
had a hell of a
yeah,
season last year, and they obviously they got him on a preseason first team All American team. Um, Obviously I guess he can get better. You know what I'm saying? To take a jump, but they expect so much out of him already that I don't even really want to put him in the equation. So if Ty, I mean, man, I think the I think they all could take a jump, bro. To be
for
honest with you, and if
sure.
they all take another jump, it's gonna be special because we saw what Tyrese Proctor did towards the end of the season, and especially in that last game against Tennessee, he was special. You know what I mean?
Cooking.
So, and you should see him now. You know what I mean? He looks so much more developed than he did last year. I'm talking about body wise. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a lot bigger, a lot stronger, and it's noticeable. You know what I mean? He's already a 6'4", 6'5" guard. But he looks so strong, you know what I mean? And he's not getting, bumped off his contact. He's getting the contact. He's finishing. He's doing his thing. So Mark Mitchell, a lot stronger. He looks really, really good. Looks, you know, like he probably gained 15, 20 pounds, easily. So
Mhm.
I think his position though will probably be the key, man. It'll probably be the key. You know what I'm saying? At the 3 or 4 spot, whatever one they put him at, I think that's going to be the key for Duke, man, because he's going to have to guard. We already know he's going to have to guard the best guy for the most part. Um, and whatever he can do offensively, because I think he averaged 9 last year. If he could get to 12 to 13, we gravy. You know what I'm saying? We gravy because I could see Flip going off. I could see Flip going crazy and probably averaging 19 to 20 points. I see Tyrese probably he averaged about 9 last year too. So I think anything like between 10 and 13 is good for Tyrese. I don't think he need to do too much. You know what I mean? I
Yep.
think he need to do what he did last year because we still got Jeremy Roach. You know what I'm saying? So I think how the scoring was last year, how balanced it was, I think it would see a lot of the same. I really do think we'd see a lot of the same. So yeah, that's how I feel about it at least.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a very entertaining season for y'all, as you mentioned. The ACC, Miami's should be the only threat. I think North Carolina should be good. I'm holding my opinions back with them for now. I just got to see it first because you got a reclass point guard coming in.
Hmm.
RJ Davis probably gonna be in his rightful position, but sticking with Duke though, still of course. You didn't even mention y'all got to go to Arkansas. To me, that's going to be one of the better non-conference games of the entire season, just because Bud Walton Arena is a real venue, right? Them Arkansas fans are crazy as I don't know what. They are very
Yeah.
supportive of their team. If you on Twitter, you know they crazy as I don't know what. But
Hmm.
that game right there is going to be like must see TV, right? You got Kyle Filipowski versus Trayvon Brazile. You got y'all guards versus their guards. They got what L. Ellis and a couple other guys, Khalif Battle. So I'll definitely be looking forward to that. But you mentioned Countdown for Craziness, or what is it? Countdown to Craziness, something like that.
Countdown to craziness. Yeah, countdown to craziness.
Countdown to Craziness.
Hmm.
The top player in the country was in attendance. Goes by the name of Cooper Flag. Of course, I'm pretty sure if you listen to this, you definitely know about him. He's from Maine. Number one player, just reclassified not too long ago at Montverde right now. Has a whole bunch of offers, but it seems like the main two are Duke and UConn. UConn being in the Northeast where he's from, Duke just being Duke. I've been said it multiple times. He literally looks like John Shire's son. I'd be
Yeah.
surprised if he doesn't go to Duke. They look exactly alike. So, talk to me about Cooper Flag. What you feeling? I'm pretty sure I already know how you're feeling, but just as a whole, everything going on with Cooper Flag and what he did this past summer too at Peach Jam. Killing for his own Man United team too.
Yeah. So I mean, I know a lot of people. They talk about Duke, UConn, Duke, UConn. It's a two-team race. It's really not. But I'll let people believe what they want to believe. It's really a one-team race, and it's not a race. It's already at the finish line. But that's neither here nor there. Obviously Cooper, special player. Um, I would love to see him, commit to Duke within the next few days. You never know. It might happen. I don't know. You know what I mean? So I just think that overall prospect wise, man, like he's so good, man, at what he does. And he's got all this hype and he hasn't even played 17U. You know what I'm saying? Hasn't even played 17U, but I guess, with him playing for Montverde, he's playing, at that level anyway. So I mean it is what it is. But it's funny that you say he looks like Shire's son. He does kind of look like John Shire, man. Just a couple inches taller, but like, it's crazy because even in his commitment, like his commitment photos. Do you see his commitment photos?
Yeah, like the trophies.
Yeah,
Mhm.
man. But not just that though, but his parents, his brothers, he had his grandparents. His
Mm.
grandparents had Duke gear on. So I'm
Oh
just like,
wow,
man, I'm like, yeah, this thing is
it's a
over,
wrap.
over.
Yeah.
So, but now they showed him mad love at Countdown though. Mad love at Countdown to craziness. Um, I was there, me and my wife. We had a good time, bro. Like they showed him mad love. I mean, he was the center of attention for sure. I'm telling you, like sometimes people like they weren't even watching the game because they were watching Cooper Flag. You know what I'm saying? Like they were
Hmm.
just watching his every move. He went and sat with the crowd, held the little baby up and everything. It was nuts, man. It was madness. And he was leaving. He was the game was over or whatever, and he was walking to the locker room or whatever. Pulled the his hoodie up, showed a t-shirt on. Had a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I mean, I'll just leave it at that. Um, it was a good time, man. Cooper is Cooper, bro. Like if we get him, that's just gonna be like a next level recruiting class, bro. And I know he's doing his thing, recruiting other players to come to Duke or whatever, or to attempt to come to Duke. So it's gonna be good for us, bro. And I can see him doing really well at Duke. Um, yeah, I mean, I feel really good about him. I just, I mean, obviously he's still really, really young, so he has some things to work on in his game. But what he does now, you know what I'm saying, is really elite. The stuff that he does, he's an elite defender. At least I think that's probably the most elite part of his game right now. Him being so young is his defense is probably the one elite thing that he does. You know what I'm saying? He can guard. You know what I'm saying? He's
Yep.
good at, blocking shots from the weak side, strong side, whatever the case may be. Um, but obviously he's got to do better at shooting. I think that'll come along, with age and development. His handle is pretty good. It's pretty damn good. He can get to the rim. He's athletic as hell. He's long, lanky, strong for his age. And he's only going to get better at those things, man. And that's what's so scary about him. And I know a lot of people compare him to Andre Kirilenko. I really don't like to do the comparison thing, but I can see that. I totally see that. I see the Kirilenko thing. I think he has the probably has the potential to probably be a better offensive player than
Mm.
Kirilenko, down the line. But I'm anxious to see him. You know what I'm saying? Get to Duke. He's already reclassed. It's looking good for us. It's looking real good for us, and we ready for him to come, bro.
And so he reclassed from 25 to 24, which means he's a junior,
Yep,
right?
yep,
So in that 24 class, you already got what? Darren Harris, Khan, Isaiah Evans,
hmm
and then Cooper, and then potentially another one. That would be disgusting. That to me, that class is better than the one you got right now incoming, in my opinion, right? If you
yeah,
finish it off like that's man, I'm
yeah,
sitting here thinking about. I didn't even think about that at first. I'm sitting here thinking about it now, like, damn, that'd be a haul for shot right there. But
yeah. That's
man,
crazy. Yeah, because I know they still, what I'm saying, recruiting Patrick Ngangba real
mm-hmm,
hard, and VJ Edgecombe,
yeah,
and there's some rumors and words going around that they might get those guys, and if they get all three of those guys, boy, oh my lord, that's six players, man, in the class, and that's killer right there. That,
man,
that's crazy. But John Shire, he's doing what John Shire do, and I think you know his assistants and shit, his assistants are amazing. You know what I'm saying? His assistants are absolutely amazing, bro. Like especially Emmanuel Dildy, he's the newest one. He just
yeah.
got he got Con Knipple, like that. He got him pretty fast. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's gonna be a good year for Duke basketball, man. And I'm anxious for the season to start, and I'm excited.
I got to go back real quick because you mentioned VJ Edgecombe, who goes to Long Island Lutheran, major
Yeah,
big time high school program. I just want to talk about New York basketball as a whole, right? Because I feel like it's been super disrespected and kind of slept on since the early 2000s when you had guys like Stephon Marbury and so on and so forth, Sebastian Telfair, whole bunch of guys, right? But even Lamar Odom, way, way back. But people talk about NY basketball like it's damn near non-existent, right? But I'm looking at, you just had Boogie Flan commit to Kentucky from Stepinac. You just had Ian Jackson. He's been committed to North Carolina. His recruitment is kind of in the air right now. We'll see where that goes. But to me, I don't know exactly what's going on in NY, but to me, it just feels like most of the best players from New York just leave NY and they go somewhere else and then they kill at the college level. They're just not killing at their own, like, public or Catholic schools or whatever the case may be. So just talk to me about NY basketball as a whole. You've experienced a lot of it, growing up and now looking current time. So just talk to me about NY basketball as a whole and where it's come from and where it's going.
yeah. So I think what I'm saying, just for NY basketball in general, man. Like it's just like what's been happening is just a product of what's been happening everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You got these schools popping up,
Mm-hmm.
so kids are leaving. They're leaving. So if I can, you know, if I can leave New York in the snow and I could go to Florida verse all year round or IMG, that's what I'm gonna do. Or if I could go to, what I'm saying, prolific in California, what I'm
Yep.
saying, where it's sunny all year round, that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? And a lot of times too, man, like growing up in New York, it's just different, bro. Like, what I'm saying? Sometimes it's good to leave your environment because there's so many things that can drag you down there. You know what I mean? That I don't even really be mad at it when I see kids leave, bro, because I know how it is out there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like anywhere else, like LA or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're around your same people all the time. They not doing nothing with their lives. Sometimes it drag you down, man, and that's why I'm proud of guys like Boogie and Ian. You know what I mean? They stayed home and they've been able to focus and just do the right thing. But that you got to surround yourself with the what I'm saying, with the right circle. But NY basketball, man, like I don't feel like it's ever went anywhere. I just felt like the wave it just got big in other places. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been big in California forever now. It's been big in Texas and Chicago. It's like, what I mean? It's kind of like the playing field just kind of leveled out. You know what I mean? And a lot of the, like I said, a lot of the New York players, they left. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. Like you don't see a lot of California. You don't see California guys transferring. You know what I'm saying, to go to IMG. You
Nice.
don't really see that. You know what I mean? Because you already got the good weather. They don't need to go nowhere. They can work on their tan in California. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. But nah, you right though about New York basketball. It was for a while. It was kind of you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't say down, but like it was less hype. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like eras that was going on. You had the New York point guard era, and then like basketball is the mecca, New York, and all that. So it was just different, man. It was just different because we didn't have a Stephon Marbury, like you said, coming out of there, God, Sham God. We ain't have that. You know what I'm saying? No more after those guys left. Like it was just kind of, you know what I mean? Because even before them, we had the Rod Stricklands, Mark Jacksons, Kenny Andersons, and all that. So, you know what I mean? It kind of like, it felt like it almost skipped a generation. You know what I'm saying? But now it's coming back. You know what I'm saying? Now it's came back. You know what I mean? With guys like you said, like Boogie Ian, um, the kid that's going to Syracuse. What's his name? Saunders, something Saunders. I forget. Is it Saunders? Elijah Saunders?
Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore. Elijah
Yeah.
Moore. And there's so many players out there. And like you could even look at like they had the Pangos thing this weekend in like Philly. A lot of those kids are from New York. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A lot of those young kids are from like you see like 6'11" dudes that you never even heard of. A lot of those dudes are from New York. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like we making a comeback, bro. We about to be in the building. You know what I'm saying? We said Cali was doing too good. We gotta come get with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's crazy though because you know what I'm saying, like just being in the military the last 22 years, I'm not even as tapped in as I should be in New York basketball. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, you know, I'm trying to change that and I'm tapping in a lot more, you know what I'm saying, into what's going on around there. And I don't like to just always mention like 5-star guys and the guys that we all know about. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my ear to the street a little bit more. And I'm supposed to visit New York soon. And when I go out there, I plan on, trying to watch some games and going to watch some young kids. So I can get my eye on them so I can report back to, you know what I'm saying, whoever and just fill y'all in, you know?
Nah, for sure, man. Like I said, salute to my guy Tyson Walker from New York. Marquise Noel lit up the NCAA tournament last year. So, and
Facts.
why that entire Northeast always had hoopers, and why is a product of that. But now I want to go back to college real quick because,
Bet.
as we mentioned, the season starts in literally less than 2 weeks. It's like 13 days from now. And
Mm-hmm.
I've been telling people my sleeper team last year were both, as you know, Creighton and San Diego State. Coincidentally, they both met up with each other in the Elite Eight, which was a great game. Sadly, that last call of the game kind of ruined it, but it was still a great game nonetheless. But this year, my team I'm rocking with heavily, outside of course, Michigan State, is Iowa State. Like, I really see a lot in Iowa State. TJ Otzelberger, I think, is one of the better young coaches in the game. They always play defense. I'm not worried about that. Last year, they were just terrible offensively. But when I look at, getting Keyshawn Gilbert from UNLV, getting Curtis Jones from Buffalo, getting Jackson Paveletzky from Wofford, like they have a lot of talent. They bring back, Taman Lipsey, Trey King, whole bunch of guys. The freshman class, Milan Momcilovic should be good. Same thing with Omaha Billiu. So that's my sleeper team. But I just want to ask you some of the teams that you're going to be looking forward to this season, because I feel like every year we always kind of gas teams based off what they did in the tournament the prior season. And, FAU is a victim of that this year. Of course, Purdue, same thing. They deserve it, though, a little bit more. But
Yeah.
things like that, even Michigan State to a certain extent. I'm not going to say we're free from that either. So just asking again, what teams are you looking forward to watching? What teams you think could be sleeper and make some noise as this season progresses?
Uh, Duke. No, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah.
um, Man, like so. My thing is that I try to just watch everybody, man, and I just try to see how the season progresses. As
Mm,
far as sleepers, man, I mean, I don't even really I can't even really answer that right now because I feel like the same teams that we always know are gonna be good.
yeah.
Um, I feel like San Diego State. Honestly, I feel like San Diego State might be better than they was last year.
Why do you think that? Offensively?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely offensively. But like so for one, you know what I'm saying, we'll see a lot of Jaden Ledee. You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
We see a lot of Jaden Ledee. I felt like that's when San Diego State was at their best, but he had guys playing in front of him also last year. And he wasn't really the focal point on offense. And you see what he do. You know what I'm saying? He plays so hard. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that their guard play is just so damn good, bro. Like their guard play is so good that they can make another deep run, man. And they're always gonna be, like you said, they're always gonna be solid defensively. Dutch always got them solid. Um, it's just gonna be interesting to see what happens, man. And shout out to the commits they picked up too, man. Farrell Compton,
Yep.
the Gorgville, all those cats, man. They got a good haul. But So, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think that I want to say San Diego State, but they ain't really a sleeper though, bro. Like people are, they got their eyes wide open and they
Mm-hmm.
know what's up with them. They know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying. We playing San Diego State. Okay, we gonna take time off, take a day out. Nah, you gonna get smacked. You know what I'm saying? San Diego State is not playing with y'all. I feel like San
Mm-hmm.
Diego State could play with any team in the country, and they could beat them. That
Yep.
goes to Duke, Michigan State, anybody, Kentucky, anybody. They can beat them. You know what I mean? So, we'll see what happens, but I think uh I think Miami gonna be fire. I
Me
think
too.
Miami is gonna be fire, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little worried about them, man. And I know that I don't want to just mention ACC teams, but I'm bringing the shit up anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I think Virginia is gonna be a lot better than what people think they're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I think people are kind of writing them off, especially because of like last year and the roster construction. It doesn't, when you look at it, it don't jump out at you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm actually shout out to my guys at Virginia. I'm actually going up there in 2 weeks.
Okay. You got to report back to me on that one.
You already know what time it is. You
Yep.
already know what time it
Yep.
is. I think they're gonna be a lot better than people think they are. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens, man. But let me see if I can think of any other sleeper teams, bro. Damn, I man, I don't even know, bro. I
No,
can't even.
you good because the two you mentioned, to be honest, I'm big fans of both. You and I already know we've been talking about San Diego State for
Yeah,
years, right? Dutch has done a hell of a job. You mentioned the guard play, Lamont Butler. They get back Darion Trammell. They have players, right? They got guys that can just go. They got Reese Dixon Waters from USC. They're gonna
man.
be really good. And then Miami, same thing, right? Their defense isn't as high up there as San Diego State's is year in and year out. But when you look at, I know you lost, of course, Isaiah Wong, Jordan Miller, but Nigel Pack, Norchad O'Meara was a monster last year, right?
Mhm.
Wilga Poplar from Philly, I think he's gonna take a big time leap this year. You got a couple other guys. Kaishan George is a freshman, I believe. I could be mistaken. I believe he's from Germany or France. Forgive me for
Yeah,
that, but a
yeah.
lot of people have been talking
Matt
about him a
Cleveland.
lot. Yeah,
Matt
I haven't seen him
Cleveland.
play, so I'm
What
looking
about
forward to seeing him play.
they got Matt Cleveland? You know
Yep,
what I'm saying? Then
great
they got
pickup.
the 5-star freshman coming in, the big kid. I think he's an African kid. I cannot remember his name, but he is a goddamn animal. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? He is a straight animal. So they're gonna be good, man. They're gonna be really, really good. And I think between them, Duke, Miami, and Virginia, it's gonna be tough. The ACC is gonna be tough. It ain't as fire as it used to be, but I
yeah,
think that's still a good, you know,
solid conference.
good,
Yeah,
good little conference. You know what I'm saying, with the team. So you know what I'm saying. Another team I want to see do well is I want to see Nebraska do well, man. I know they've been kind of down, man, for like some years, but
Ramel
yeah, I gotta shout out to my boy Ramel, man. I need my boy Ramel Lloyd to get busy. I
for sure.
UNLV. UNLV about to be fire.
That's another one. Yeah.
That's another team. That's a sleeper joint right there. There you go, right there.
Yep.
UNLV about to be crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Deon Thomas running point, bro. That kid is so steady, man. That kid is the steadiest point guard I've seen in a long time. And the thing about it too is that it ain't like he like a De'Aaron Fox or not like crazy fast, athletic. He is just so cerebral, bro. Like the way he played the game, the way he managed the game as a point guard, bro, is absolutely amazing, bro. Like he controls everything on the court, bro, on both sides of the ball. And that's why I'd be like, man, this kid
Hmm.
is good as hell, bro. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. He played kind of like his dad played. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's my sleeper right there, UNLV for sure.
I like that one. I like that a lot too. Of course, that's another thing too. The Mountain West. If y'all don't watch the Mountain West, I feel bad for y'all because it's great, high quality hoops in the Mountain West. We already mentioned San Diego State, but Boise State should be nice
Boys,
this year.
hey,
Colorado State should be nice this year.
yes.
Utah State's usually solid. Like Wyoming should be good this year after having a tough year filled with injuries last year. So, man, if you don't watch Mountain Hoops basketball, I feel, or excuse me, Mountain West basketball, I feel bad for you because it's a lot of
Yeah,
great talent. I didn't even mention New Mexico, Richard Pitino. They got Jamal Mashburn back, and they got um House, Jalen House too.
yeah,
So
yeah. Jalen House.
watch out for them too. So I got two more questions, then we can get you out of here, man. I appreciate you again as always. You already know what it is, but
Absolutely, brother.
I didn't even throw this in there, but NBA season starts tonight. I know you a Laker fan. I personally have y'all in the finals this year. I think y'all gonna beat the Celtics to win number 18. Coincidentally, I think that's just the script for it this year. But how you feeling about not just the Lakers, but y'all championship odds and potentially cutting down the Nets and winning it all this year?
Man, like you said, bro, I think they can do it, bro. I think it's just all like it's just gonna be interesting to see what Darvin Ham does, man. Because I think as long as we keep running the ball through LeBron's hands, bro, we ain't gonna win. And
Hmm.
I'm not trying to disrespect him, and I'm not saying it as a disrespect, but I just think that a lot of times LeBron is a ball stopper, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if we can get the ball to go through Anthony Davis, a healthy Anthony Davis, we have enough talent around him. You know what I'm saying? That we'll be straight. So I think that's the part that Darvin Ham, he has to figure it out, man. He's got to figure out, he's got to prioritize what he wants to do on the offensive end, and he got to hold these guys accountable on the defensive end because you got guys that want to play defense. You know what I mean? Jared Vanderbilt, he'd be locking up. You know what I'm saying? Roy Hachimura, he'd be locking up. You know what I'm saying? And he's a damn good offensive player. You know what I'm saying? You got, damn, I'm tripping.
A lot of time.
Cam
Yep.
Reddish. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm tripping. He's a Duke guy, and I'm forgetting his name. My fault, bro. My fault. No disrespect, Cam. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? He's a good defender. You know what I'm saying? But he's super talented on offense too. So they got a bunch of pieces, man. We just got to see what happens. I think Darvin, like I said, Darvin Ham, he's got to prioritize. And he's got to have those serious conversations with guys too, man. He got to. If I was him, the first conversation I would have is LeBron. I'd be like, bro, you know what I'm saying? You about to play the 4.
Hmm.
Word up. You know what I'm saying? You playing
Yeah.
the 4, Anthony Davis, you playing the 5. And it's crazy because Anthony Davis, his whole career, he said he don't want to play the 5. He don't want to play the 5. Bro, I'd be like, bro, I don't give a damn what you want to play. You playing the 5. You know what I'm saying? And LeBron, you playing the 4. The ball is not gonna be in your hands. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You just do what you gotta do, rest when you need to rest, but do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm letting the young guys do what they gotta do, and I'm gonna run the offense through Anthony Davis. And I'm gonna have everybody else crash the boards. You know what I mean? Drive and kick, be ready to shoot. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking forward to the season. Like I said, they play tonight, right? Don't the Lakers play tonight?
Yep. Play the Nuggets, I believe, in Denver.
Yeah, well, we're gonna see what we gonna, we gonna see
Oh
we gonna see
man.
what happens. I don't even think Denver is that fire though, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I
No.
think they watch them be super gassed up this year and then watch them get clapped up. Watch the second round exit or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to get hurt. I want everybody to be healthy because I want y'all to get beat healthy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, you know what I'm saying? Like Denver is one of those teams that, they had a good run last year, but you can figure them out. You know what I'm saying? If you can figure them out, you'll be all right. You know what I mean? So and Lakers can match up with them. So yeah, man.
Facts.
No Lakers.
Yeah, and you didn't even mention my boy Max Christie, man. I think he gonna have a good year for y'all too. I know y'all
That's
it's a lot of
I
talent
hope
on
he
the
gets
wings,
some
but
minutes
I think
though.
he could eat.
I hope he gets some minutes though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know how much he gonna play though. That's why, and that's the one thing about Max. He's still young. What's this? His
Mhm.
third year, right?
I want to say
Or
yeah. It
third or
might be
third or
third or
second year?
second.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing though, is that like he's super talented, bro. And like he's another kid who I wanted to go to Duke, and Duke was recruiting him hard too. It was recruiting him hard. So I don't know, man. Like obviously he got the potential, excuse me, and the talent to play. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's too many guys in front of him. So I don't know how much time he'll actually get. And Austin Reeves is gonna play a lot too. But he's gonna be more on the ball. And Christie's what? He's like a 2-3. He's
Yeah.
like a 2-3. So it's like, man, you got a lot of guys playing in front of you, bro. A lot of guys playing in front of you. So I hope he gets some minutes though, because I do think that he can contribute to the Lakers in a positive way for sure.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely be looking forward to it. Like I said, I got y'all winning it this year, man. I think y'all have all the pieces. Y'all got my boy Gabe Vincent from Miami too. I think he adds a different element to D'Lo where he can guard a little bit more, probably a
Yes,
little bit better of
sir.
a 3-point shooter. So I'm definitely looking forward to the late show this year. And like you said, Darvin Ham in year 2. So last question before I get you out of here, man. Again, I appreciate you putting you on the spot with this one though. I
All right.
got to, right? I got to put that pressure on you. I need your all-time Duke starting 5 that you've seen in your lifetime, personally watched, and we putting this on wax right now.
Damn.
All-time Duke starting 5.
Ooh. All right. Bet. All right. So at the 5, obviously Christian Leitner.
Yep.
Um, At the 1, damn, bro. I want to say Jay Williams over Kyrie, man, but Kyrie's so good, but Kyrie didn't play enough at Duke, bro. So while he was at Duke, so I'm gonna have to get at the man. I'm gonna say Jay Williams, bro. So Jay Williams at the 1, at the 2, give me Trajan Langdon, man. Give me Trajan Langdon at the 3. G Hill, Grant Hill, all day, every day. At the 4, damn, bro, that's tough, bro. At the 4, man, either got to be Bagley or Paolo, bro. Oh man, hold up. At the four, give me Zion, bro. Give me Zion,
Yeah.
Zion, bro. Give me Zion. So that's my 5. So I got J. Will,
Yep.
Trajan Langdon, Grant Hill, Zion, Christian Laettner, dog.
Whew.
That's my 5 right there, bro. Like I
Man,
can't deviate from that, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You got
that's a tough
everything right
one.
there in that lineup. So yeah, that's my 5, bro. For sure.
Nah, man, that's
I'm gonna
great
put you.
five.
Let me put you on the spot.
Go
Who's your
ahead.
Who's your all time 5 for Michigan State?
Man.
I know you young though. I know you mad young. You know what I'm saying? I know you mad young. So you know what I'm saying? You might
Whew.
have to, go back into the archives to watch some of these games. So you got to give me your starting 5 for Michigan State, bro. And then after you do that, give me your starting 5 for Duke.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
And
so
I'm gonna give you mine for Michigan State too.
all right, bet. So you want me to just do my own personal that I've seen play or just as all time great?
So I don't even want to do all time greats. I don't just do whatever you feel. Whatever you
All right.
feel like. Whatever you feel is best.
All right. So I'll go obviously Magic at the 1, right? That's given.
Yeah.
Magic at the 1. At the 2, I gotta go with my guy Gary Harris, even though that one's tough right there. Cause I could have went a few different ways. I could have went Mo Pete. I could have went a few different ways right there. But I'm gonna go Gary Harris. So I got Magic at the 1, Gary Harris at the 2. At the 3, I gotta go with Smitty, Steve Smith for sure. No
Yeah.
doubt
Yeah.
about it in my mind. Little bit before my time, but I heard he was different. I seen a few highlights. Gotta go with Smitty right there at the 3. At the 4, man, I'm gonna go with my guy. Rest in peace to Adrian Payne, just
Okay.
because he could stretch the floor, he could block
Yeah.
shots, high level rim protector. So he was pretty much like he'd be perfect in the NBA today, in my opinion. He was a little bit ahead of his time, but again, RP to AP5, man. But I go AP at the 4. And at the 5, man, I gotta go Jaren. I gotta go Jaren.
Yeah.
His year there, man, he was sensational. I think he already put himself like in 1 year, he was already like top 5 shot blocks list. So he was different. So again, I got Magic at the 1, Gary Harris at the 2, Steve Smith at the 3, excuse me. 4, I got Adrian Payne, and then 5, Jaren Jackson. And then for Duke, whew, man. All right. Definitely one, I gotta go Kyrie. That's not even I know he only played what, like 11 games, something like
Yeah.
that. I gotta go with Kyrie.
Okay.
Gotta go with Kyrie. At the 2, man, people gonna hate me for this one, but I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably go Grayson Allen. I'm not gonna lie. I think I gotta go Grayson
That's fire.
at the 2. So I got Kyrie at the 1, Grayson at the 2. At the 3, man, that one's tough right there. Cause I'm sitting here debating between no, actually I'm tripping. At the 3, give me Jason Tatum.
Mm.
So I got Kyrie, Grayson, Tatum. The 4, I'll go Zion, even though I was kind of weighing BI right there. I'll go
Hmm.
Zion. And then at the 5, man, give me Jahlil Okafor. Give me Jahlil Okafor. So I got Kyrie, Grayson, Tatum, Zion, Jahlil Okafor. It's my all-time starting 5 right there from Duke.
I think my 5 will clap yours. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit.
Oh my gosh.
On the real.
I got Kyrie to me the best player off rip. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. I
so
can't
I
argue with that. I can't argue with that. I mean, he's probably definitely the most unguardable in that lineup for sure. Um, yeah. So Michigan State wise, I'll give you my 5 for Michigan State. Obviously, Magic. It's either Magic or Mateen Cleaves, but obviously it's going to be Magic Johnson. I don't know if you know who Sean Respert is, but
of
Sean Respert at the 2.
course.
Boy,
Bucket.
boy was flames, bro. He had that
Mhm.
flamethrower. You said Smitty. I was gonna say Smitty. Steve Smith at the 3. At the 4. Damn, bro. Like y'all had a lot of good 4-men.
Mhm.
I feel like for a while too, like that was like almost like like that's like that was like y'all engine for
Yeah.
Michigan State was the 4 spot was like y'all engine. Like everything that Draymond Green do now is like he was doing that in college. He just weighed a lot more. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I take probably Draymond at the 4. At the 5, damn, bro. I don't even damn at the 5. Oh man, I was thinking about this shit earlier, and damn, I don't even know, bro. I can't even remember who the dude I picked at the 5. It was an old school dude. I don't remember who it was, bro.
Hmm.
I'll get back to you on the 5, but no, I think my starting 4 so far is kind of fire though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think we kind of fire, bro. I think we'll light you up too. I think I win the Duke and the Michigan State argument between me and you. You
Nah,
know,
you got all the bucket getters for sure. Resper
yeah,
Smitty is a crazy
yeah.
wing perimeter. I ain't gonna lie. That's
That's crazy right there,
yeah.
bro.
That's
Then Magic Johnson dishing it to him. Man, what? We about
yeah.
to
That's man.
it's about to be
Yeah,
crazy.
we're gonna have to get back to the center spot, but man, I appreciate you. We definitely got to do this again throughout the season for sure.
Absolutely. Anytime, bro. Anytime, just hit me up. I know it took me a minute to, you know what I'm saying? But I'm in retirement mode, so I be here, there, and everywhere, bro. My apologies. I know we should have did this mad earlier. You know what I'm saying? But I respect you, and I definitely appreciate you having me on, dog. You my dog. You know what I'm saying? You one of the like seriously, no bullshit. Like I respect the hell out of you, but you one of the most. You like the.
Likewise.
It's crazy because you mad young, but you one of the most knowledgeable basketball dudes that I know. And I mean, I could talk to you about basketball in any era. You know what I'm saying? And then you knowing. You know what I mean? So that's just a testament of you do your homework, bro, and you got all the knowledge that you need, bro, and you're really a basketball savant when it comes to this, bro. And honestly, you belong on the side somebody's sideline somewhere. To be honest with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
No, I
yeah,
appreciate that, man, for real. That's love for real. Now, you already know it's likewise. Appreciate you, man. You a vet. You've been doing it literally and figuratively. Like you've been doing this for a long time. You still killing it. You keep me up to date with damn near everything. So I appreciate you as always. Everything you do. We definitely got to link up in person eventually. You'll catch a game like I've been telling you. So
absolutely.
we'll do that eventually, man. But yeah, so you already know. But again, man, please plug your stuff. Let the people know where they can find you at. And yeah, man, we appreciate you again.
Yeah, man. You can find me on Twitter at Coach P Kong. Uh, obviously, I write articles for the Ball Durham. That's at Ball Durham. Um, and you go to balldurham.com. You can catch me on Instagram at Pablo Cong Scouting. And you can just see me in these basketball streets, man. I'm in a building everywhere.
Yeah, nah, man. As always, I appreciate y'all for making it this far. I appreciate all my listeners, supporters, everybody that's been rocking with us. Season is here. NBA season is here. College basketball is soon on its way next. I cannot wait. It's gonna be fun. But y'all stay safe. Y'all stay easy. Please, as always, like, comment, subscribe, rate, review, and share, and all those good things. Y'all be easy. Y'all be safe. Y'all enjoy the end of 2023. As crazy as that sounds to say, but we are here. Enjoy the last few months that we have. And as always, peace and love. Gone.